Mitecoin's the future. It's not just a meme. Old money lost and old money found. Pulling Mitecoin metal out of the ground. Searching Mitecoin metal for you and me. Gotta check the dirt, might be junk, but it might be money. Little by little, we'll watch it roll. Turning old money into crypto. But
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Saturday match'em. And yeah, I was a little worried too. I thought that I saw the screen go blank. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I've got the setting wrong so it doesn't just keep replaying. But yeah, in that situation, jump on the chat and let me know that there's an issue. That's a big help, and hopefully you guys don't fire me. But welcome to another Saturday night. As always, I appreciate you guys joining me, and as always, you should be hearing me yap on now. If you don't, raise a ruckus. Hey Patey, hey guys, and thanks for joining. Hey Ray, but hey, we got to get some stuff out of the way. We're going to talk about some numbers tonight, and you're going to hear me talk about crypto and money. I'm not offering financial advice. This is not financial advice. Do not take my financial advice, even if I tried to offer it to you. This is for entertainment purpose only, and we're just here having fun, playing some games, and talking about the Mitecoin project, which obviously I'm partial, but I think it's the coolest one around. So that is the business end of things. We knocked that out, in a minute-ish. And so now we jump over to what we do every time we get together on 9 o'clock on Saturday, after you hear me say that, and we take a look at this board. And I put it in the chat. I'm not sure if you guys that came in late saw that, but we're going to update it. And then I will tell you guys a little something about it. 20807. It's on lock. And yeah, it's been a roller coaster of a week. And you're going to see, obviously, we had some people that were thinking maybe it was going to go down. And I think it was around 201-ish last night. And we were watching it. And guys, this is a pretty tough board. It landed. And the reason I was basically excited to see, I was kind of excited to see if Patey was going to pull one out, because literally, I don't know, around dinner time, I think Sweet Pea was basically going to win another one. But then it started rising, and then as I looked at it just a little while ago, I thought, oh my, Patey might pull out a comeback of the century, but everybody just wasn't feeling the 208 price range. So they no worries. We're gonna scroll back up, and next week we get together. That's going to be, instead of live for 20, it's going to be a live for 40. I'll add another 20, and then we'll see who can win it. I have this in my fancy notes down lower, but it's a good lead in. I think I want to mention it now, and I'll probably mention it again later. Next week, and I hope you're sitting down. I don't want this to rock your world too much, but we will not be streaming next Saturday. We're going to push that off till next Monday. we will be down visiting family and down in Tennessee, and I don't have a mobile studio. So you will have a Saturday night off, so you all can go to the casino if that's the way you roll, sit out and have a campfire maybe, cook some marshmallows, whatever you do when you have a free Saturday night. Next Saturday night, that's yours. And then I know on weekdays it's not great for the school kids, and I do apologize, but I hate to say it, the daughter and grandkids and son-in-law trump you guys. I'm sorry. So make do. Let them maybe sleep in, take a nap after school. They can stay up late maybe. But anyway, so next time we get together is not going to be Monday. Or next Saturday. It'll be the Monday following, and I'll put that out there as well so everybody knows. So no Solana Showdown winner tonight. Nobody's close enough. So let's talk some numbers. Obviously, when Solana goes off in between 8 and 9, some of my numbers are going to be off. Way back, an hour ago, Solana was way down at 206.05. So that's what my numbers are based on. That is almost 9.5% up from the previous last Saturday night we got together. It was 188. Our Mitecoin to Solana is up almost 6%. So what's tasty about that, and I was talking to a friend this week when this thing started cooking, and I believe the comment was it makes it for a good day to check your wallet. And that's obviously the market was going bananas. But our market cap, everybody, is up almost 16%. And as I know I've said this before, but we are getting the benefit of not only Solana going up almost 10, but Mitecoin went up almost 6. And then basically because obviously, Mitecoin is for Solana, we get to add those together, and that's almost a 16% gain for our wallet. So that's pretty tasty. Nice to report that. Somebody asked me what caused the crazy market to just completely turn on a dime, and I don't know. I haven't had time to look into it, and this is maybe a good opportunity to have you guys share your wealth. If you guys are on a Facebook group or a Twitter feed or whatever you guys get your information, if you see something, I don't know, maybe it's a notification on your phone from whatever news service you use. If you get a blip about crypto, I would love for you to share it just for my benefit. I'm definitely no expert, and I don't have I don't keep track of every last thing. So I would encourage you, and I would appreciate it if you see something, because if you have any idea, if you've read something or saw something, what generated it, I would be very curious. Those are the numbers. And then as we always do, we talk about the numbers for the M2015. It was a pretty exciting week last week for those of you, and I just want to appreciate. It's just another word of appreciation for all of you that really stepped up. I know we got excited when Sweet Pea finally got off the losers board after, for heaven's sakes, I don't even know how long. But anyway, so it is that that top portion there, that dev portion, that is available every week. 300,000 right off the top, just for winning, and if you provide content. If you are watching the stream and you chat, right, drop a chat in there, that earns you another 75,000 Mitecoin from the dev wallet, from the marketing wallet that we set up at the very beginning. And if you provide recording, if you're in the finals and you have a chance to win and you have your phone on you, you don't even have to edit it. You just have to send me some raw data and I'll edit it. And I do my best, even though I have fun with Crazy Wiener Lady sometimes. I try to. I don't ever want to make you guys feel like I'm gonna do you dirty if you send me the footage. I to be honest with you, I get excited when you guys get excited. So I don't when I share that with everybody, that is not me poking at you. That's me just wanting to share the excitement that I feel to see you win. So anyway, if you video it, that I throw another 150 on. So the full match and bonus, if your card is picked and you're watching and you record, it's 525,000 Mitecoin right out of the gate. Nice little fun fact for when you're obviously talking around the family dinner table or the family reunion, or when you get together with extended family or coworkers. The juicy part is that it is only 300,000 Mitecoin to get into this crazy thing. Now, literally, right? Somebody joins next Friday or not next, because we're not going to do it on Monday or Saturday night. But basically, guys, if somebody joins this week and drops, I did forget a couple numbers. I apologize. It's a good lead in. I'll say I did it on purpose. 300,000 Mitecoin at, well, back when Solana was 206, was $5.44. So basically, if somebody joins this community, jumps on, picks a card, wins, watches end videos, they're almost doubling what they would have bought. So they could literally sell out, completely be unhurt, and then just have fun. You know, I just wanted, not that you would want to share that with anybody. I just figured I would, explain it that way. So anyway, look at this board, guys. The stream bonus, that was the exciting thing that kind of just happened. I will absolutely, I thought about a few tonight because of the board when I posted up there. You'll see what I was kind of thinking. I didn't get the details, but I'm definitely thinking, I can't say that it's going to be 50 bills every week, but I really want to give those of you that, give me some of your time, I want to give you a chance to, yeah, I know it's lame and maybe I'm a loser, but yeah, I'll pay for you to listen to me mumble. But anyway, so there's some stream bonus action there on Sweet Pea's board to the tune of $50, which was 3.29 million tokens. And then there were 7 blessings that came in from all of you. 7 different wallets sent her some coin. We had some come in heavy. We had some come in down at $1. Bottom line is it was 2.69 million. And back when it was 206, that gift, that M2015 was over $118 worth. And what a blessing. And like I said, I appreciate you guys. Obviously, I'm happy for Sweet Pea. She's been OG, and she's the real person that allowed Mitecoin to kick off anyway. So it's just been if anything, I hope it's a testimony that we are as honest a project as you can get when the dev's wife doesn't win until after a year into it. But so congratulations to Sweet Pea. And I probably should have, now that this flow is ruined, it would be a perfect opportunity to roll right into our matchup to see who can be the next M2015. But I didn't write my notes in that order, and because I'm getting nervous during the streams, I follow my notes, and that means we have to talk about Mitecoin Metal, right? I put a video up. Just another reminder, if you do not have notifications on for the YouTube channel, you will miss out on an opportunity to today win $5. I know it's not a lot, but it's something, because I dropped another video. And actually, I think I dropped 2 because I'm still kind of figuring out YouTube and different formats. But it is what it is. Here's the thing. I dropped another video. Didn't tell anybody, obviously, in Telegram. And it was another bank run. It was bank run number 3. I showed the coin jar and rolled it around and said, hey, same thing. Jump on Telegram, drop your guess, what you think it is, and if you're correct, then you get $5. Now, I will say that was a bit of a mistake, and I was corrected. Luckily, it's a good mistake in my way. I don't got to square up with anybody, because if you recall, I told you that somebody in the fellowship, as part of these bank runs, if I throw up that jar of money and let you guys guess on how much you think is going in, they would commit to blessing that person with 300,000 new Mitecoin. That's exactly 100% what they told me. In my brain, when they said that, I knew that 300,000 Mitecoin was around $5, and that's why I said on the recording today, you'll get $5. So, but right now, 300,000 Mitecoin is actually $5.44. So it's a good move on my part, because if that person wants to continue to do that, then it would be actually a little less instead of 300,000 Mitecoin. So they can decide. Bottom line is we have to decide who's going to win. The tasty thing is that it isn't like Solana Showdown. You don't have to be within $1. It's just basically who's closest. And I wrote down real quick, the values. These are the guesses: $45.10, $48.22, 46, 54, and then some more 56, 65, and then 52. So from 45, a little over 45, all the way up to 56. And here is the deposit slip coming in to view. That's the bank. That's the town. That's the date. It happened at today at 10:06. And here it is. Dun, 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 dun. $21 of cash went in. That doesn't count. $34.87 in coins for that total of $55.87. And the running total in our Mitecoin metal wallet, almost $3 guys. 290.14. That's what we have. And if you listened to the recording, if you put a guess in, then you would already know this. But I absolutely expected to have some trading going on, and I got beat down by the new babies in daycare. And so that's still going, but we got to find out who's got a winner, guys. I think last time somebody put it on the board. If not, we'll have to do it after. I didn't write down the names, but whoever guessed 45.10, you're the proud owner of $5. So you can reach out to me, and I can get you. I can either get the person to send it to you, or I can send it to you. But that's $45 or $45. Yeah, they wish, right? That $45.10 was the winning guess. We had $34.87. Now, I will say, I didn't necessarily mean to be tricky, but if you were listening to that when I was driving, I found we did some more detecting. Willie and I were hitting. I don't know if I know some of you aren't in our town, but the local park literally gives dollars every time we go. Not, quarter, it's bananas. So that was good. We got that. I also had Willie drop by some stuff that he detected. He threw in a little extra that he had gotten. And then I found a bag out in the back of our storage area. But then the other thing is, just so you know, full disclosure, I have a big, not ginormous, but it's a big jar with my old metal detecting money in it. And so if it's a little light, I'm sorting through some of that. So this time, the reason it maybe was a little deceptive is the last time I wanted to make a big hurrah, so I kind of sorted all the quarters out of that. So that was really juicy. And it turns out that, the quarters are gone. So today was the dimes. Or not even all of them. I just dumped about half the jar out, so that'll give you an idea of what to think about. But anyway, that's why it was probably lower than some of you thought, because it was dime heavy. And that's where it went. But no worries. Guys, we're still looking at almost $300. I am, just so you guys know, I am looking at trying to utilize some info on Phantom that we can use to maybe jump into some trades and see if we can flip some coins and bless each other with that, bless that wallet. If not, I may pull up another website called Deck Screener. If that's something that you want to participate in, you might want to just take a look at those things. Excuse me, I had to drink of water. I'm talking a lot, but it's a crazy Wild West situation. I'm still, to be honest with you, I'm trying to come up with a way that I can explain it to all of you ahead of time, so that my biggest concern, and most of you do know me, I think, obviously, is that if, I'm always looking ahead when we're dealing with strangers, the big pipe dream in the sky, pie in the sky. And I want to make sure that what I'm doing is like beyond reproach, and that it doesn't even give the appearance of Sketch City. That's always in the back of my mind, even though I hope that you all know that that's not the way I roll. I want to make sure that it's obvious. With that said, I want to have some things in place so that, again, pie in the sky. But if let's just say we go bananas and we just, if you've never looked into other meme coins, and I don't know if I've said this example or not, it's worth repeating even if I have. You guys, I know $290, not that I would ever put all of that on a meme coin. That's not what I'm ever thinking anyway. But if you catch the right meme coin, for $5 or $10, it can literally be hundreds of dollars. And I mean right now. Right now it can go that high. And so here's the tricky part. As fast as $10 can go to $200, there won't be time, like when we jump on and do this together and we're chatting or something, however we work it out, there won't be time to like, hey, let's put up a vote and see if we should sell, or see if we should, hold it a little longer. That you're going to have to trust my experience and my gut. And then I would love if you afterwards, if you think I laid a big fat egg, I'm a big boy. You can give me your input. But I'm just those are the types of things in the back of my mind. I'm hesitant to like go live until I know what to tell you guys. So like I said, I know it's probably I hope it's a problem we have. Dropping $10 and seeing it be 300 in a blink. And hopefully you won't be mad at me if I sell it once it drops back down to 200 and don't wait to see if it comes back. But that's what Mitecoin Metal is. That's one of the avenues of Mitecoin Metal, I should say, not the entire thing. But it's getting closer. I've got a week with the babies under my belt, and hey, it's time to take this live and see if we can't catch a couple tokens that are launching or that are hot, and we'll ride the bandwagon, we'll ride the wave, and then we'll just go sit on the beach and let everybody else fight for the biggest wave. So let's talk about another reason why we're here. We got to find out who's going to have another M2015 forum. And I want to talk about this board a little bit. And you'll see our new kind of anti-mascot, right? Our villain, if you will, kind of trying to develop something that he can talk smack against you. So we've got this, Captain Poophead or whatever we want to name him. Maybe, maybe that's another vote. Maybe that's another contest. I will throw out a poll or a suggestion to name our villain, our Mitecoin villain. And if your suggestion, yeah, you know what? It is. It's freestyle right now. It's my stream. I can do what I want, right? So here's the deal. DM me, DM the dev, right? Everybody has that on Telegram. Send me your suggestion for the name of our villain, Captain somebody, I don't know, whoever it is. Basically, he's a poop superhero villain. So you send me your suggestion on what we should name him, and then I will put out a poll, and maybe that, again, content, baby. I will put it out on X, I'll put it on Telegram, and we'll see whoever the winner is. And maybe I will come up with a step prize. In other words, if it's only the people in our Telegram group that vote, then maybe it'll be X amount. But if we can get X votes on X, I will add juice to the pool to the prize, because that means more eyes are looking at it. So make your vote count, or make your suggestion count. Send me, if you want to enter that little, stream bonus contest that just jumped into my head, send me your suggestion on what we should name this fella, and we will make a contest out of it. And if your name is the lucky winner, then you'll get some bonus. How's that? Other thing I want to talk about, and this is, it's all kind of serious, right? Except for the poop villain, but now it is time to be serious. I want to talk to you guys about those orange cards. You're going to see Dan and Willie up there, and I want to just make a note of that. That's one of the things that I changed when I went to the color, and then we had a play card, and then the question came up, what happens if we play more than one game? Uh-oh. You guys hear me? Oh, boy. Hopefully you guys are going. Hopefully, if not, text maybe the better half, and she'll let me know. But so these orange cards, it was a change that I made a couple weeks ago. And I think I put it on the bottom of one of the matching boards. Maybe I should have posted it, maybe so that all of you know. But every time any of you jump in a poker game, I'm going to absolutely give you a chance to take another card. And this is the reason why. Every time we play, as a kind of a rule of playing is, Dan and Willie and we jump on and we buy $5 worth of Mitecoin. And then we send it to a buy-in wallet, and we play some cards. We play Texas Hold'em. And whoever wins that, I send all of that Mitecoin to them. And so in the back, not even in the back, in the forefront of my mind, I say, we've got 3 members that dropped, combined $30 into Mitecoin. And I know that, the Solana goes up, Solana goes down, and, somebody sells it, eats that. But the bottom line is they're using some of their, discretionary money, and they're buying Mitecoin with it. And yeah, they have a chance to win it back, fair enough. But they have a chance to lose it as well. And so I'm absolutely game to let those guys have a chance to win that $5 back, because, like I said, the 300,000 Mitecoin's around $5. So I don't have a problem with that. I hope you guys don't have a problem with that. They're, them playing, and and with that said, I got a lot of stuff to talk about Matchum and the project in general. And when I went through my notes, guys, this is kind of where it landed. So I'm just going to talk now while you guys are looking at the board. Everything, all of that new money coming in, all of that M2015 that Sweet Pea just got sent to her wallet. Guys, every one of you, she does, if Danny wins or Dan wins or Willie wins a poker game, you guys win a Solana showdown. I buy $20 worth of Mitecoin, I send it to you. You have nobody should be butthurt if you sell that and you go buy a pair of shoes or you do whatever you want with it. That's absolutely fair game. And then the reason that I say that is because if people bought, like, for instance, our poker game, if Dan dogs me again and gets everything he needs on the flop to take all my money, and I send $15 to him, and he sells out, right? He gets $15 of Solana in his wallet. Nobody else's wallet is hurt. Nobody else's wallet, because all he did was just take out the poker money. It's the same sort of thing with the M2015 or the Solana. If somebody would have won tonight, if Patey would have struck his luck again and Solana would have cooked all the way up to his range, and I jump on and buy him 20 bills worth, and he says, thanks, bruh. He sells out and maybe he buys whatever he wants to buy. It doesn't even matter, guys. But the point is, that is Mitecoin. So, maybe somebody says, I'm going to sell half and I'm going to let half ride. Somebody says, why would I sell any? Because it could be double that, or I could get it, all of that is going on together as this fellowship. And I just want you guys to realize that sells aren't horrible. Now, we've talked about like big wallets or wallets that got in real early. That, that's a kind of a different category or a different avenue of Mitecoin. They have they have other things they've got other issues or other good problems. But for somebody that, and I guess I'm speaking to those of you that, maybe are leery of sharing Mitecoin with a coworker or an extended family member or a friend, because you feel like, I've seen this thing crash and I don't want to get them involved in that. Just remember, and I agree that if anybody doesn't have $5 of discretionary money, you shouldn't be in Mitecoin and you shouldn't be in crypto. That's 100%. But I want, communicate to all of you that if you invite your friend to Mitecoin and they win the Matchum on the very first round, or the very first time, and we bless that person with $40 worth. Well, if they say, these people are stupid, they just sent me this and they run off, well, yeah, I guess that we did, send somebody that we don't know money, but everybody else's wallet isn't upside down because of that. So anyway, I know that was, and I've said that before, but it struck me as I was adding these extended poker games on, and I just wanted to give you guys the way I'm viewing it. I absolutely have zero problem giving those guys an extra chance because, they're dropping money into the project. So with that said, it's time to find out if we have a winner, right? So let me jump back over to the chat, and I will say round one vote, and that's a 1, and that's a 2, and hey, round one vote is live. Hopefully you see it. Okay, so Willie just said Solana's 209. I know that I don't necessarily say that. I think I said it once in the Solana Showdown, but absolutely, it's not uncommon that once I end the stream and I save all my files, I go check the price of Solana again. And it's not uncommon that a whole different person would have won, or nobody would have won, or I don't know what it is about 9 o'clock on Saturdays or this window, but from 8 to 10, it seems like that thing just cooks. And sometimes it burns too. It goes down. I have no idea. But yeah, so here's the board. And once we flip over to the next screen, once we get to round 2, I'll explain to you what I was thinking about the stream bonus, but we already have a stream bonus. So, all right. I've given you guys enough time. I've blabbered on enough. We are going to end this poll. We only have 9 of us on tonight. And wow, 1 takes the victory tonight. So that's not too shabby. So we're going to find out if it's red or black. Uh, you know what? It seems like this happens a lot. Red is covered. You guys are all over the red. Only two little somebodies. We definitely, I can tell you right now, we need a name for this guy because he's going to be your guys' arch nemesis from here on out. So you need to name him so I can, kind of turn into him if I have to and talk smack. Bottom line is, you guys are beating his Heineken on the red side, but he's going to have some things to say if this is black. The winning card tonight is... Wow. That was kind of a brutal takedown, guys, because red's over there. So, as we do all the time, I will take these cards, I will flip them upside down, I will mix them up. I know I say this maybe all the time or a lot. I have no idea what is under what, but I do know that I have to find the clubs and the spades and this board, and oh my goodness. This is going to be tough. So, I'm going to type this with my blazing fast typing skill. And I'm going to say 1 or 2. And so what I was thinking, it's still not evident here, I guess. But what I was thinking, and maybe we'll work it into it to encourage people to fill the board or strategically pick cards, I should say, as well. I'm thinking about keeping the neighboring people that are near... I don't know, maybe it sounds bad too, I guess. I don't know. But what I was thinking of when I was making this board, that as you'll see, this little poop guy has either his head or his feet on people or in people's square or in people's card spot. And the song, if you didn't click on it, and that was a total freestyle quick with AI. I'm going to work on better lyrics. But basically, he's saying he's going to be, I don't want to make you guys mad, but he's basically going to throw poop at you. And that's what he's kind of doing. He's stepping. If you're that close to him, you're getting kind of some dookie on you. So anyway, yeah, no kidding. That's a lot of poo, bruh. So that's kind of what I was thinking. I wanted to add a little excitement to see if you can avoid the dookie and strategically pick cards to keep you out of being near him. So, all right, let's find out. Oh, don't do this to me. Somebody's got to vote. There was 9 people last time. Somebody got butthurt that they lost. Oh, I'm going to end it just because I'm going to find out if it's 8 or 10. Well, that's a good problem. That's a good problem. We're going to do it one more time, as always. I'll try my hardest to let you guys work it out. I try not to get involved, and you guys have to decide one more time. You just decide if you want to keep your same vote. Will you switch and somebody else will go the other way, and it'll be another tie? No worries, though. I have my fancy red die here, and we will break a tie with that if we have to. But, yeah, Willie is... Oh, you're right. He's got it. Well, unless it's a spade. He's got a little hope on the spade side, but, yeah, he's got dookie. Well, honestly... Except for Kai Padre, everybody on the club side has got Duke on them. That's how bad the clubs are. I have no idea why, and that's not uncommon. Clubs is not a fan favorite, if I'm just being honest. So, hey, we got 11 votes. Awesome. We had somebody join us. Welcome to whoever's here. Number 2 is the winner with 54%. So we're going to find out if this is a club or a spade. I'm very curious if this is a club, what's going to happen. This actually could break our streak. We have not had a rollover in a hot minute. And actually, there might be enough of you watching tonight that we might not even have a share possibility. So anyway, we'll cover that when we get there. The winning card tonight is a spade. Well, that helped out. That helped out. Get that out of there. And the spade's over there because, of course, the club's over there. So that's tasty. That helps the cause. Nothing wrong with that. And so we're going to mix them up again. Where they stop, I don't know. And let me go to round 3. There's the low spade. There's the high spade. Whoa. Look at that, guys. If this is high, then we've got a whole lot of possibility of we're definitely going to have somebody not get, we're not going to have a rollover. And all that talk I was doing was nothing. Round 3 vote. And we're looking, I know it's a surprise, we're looking at 1 or 2. I will say that when I went to the bank today, the ladies are team players now, and they kind of give me this sideways eye roll when I walk in. But when I was leaving, the young lady asked me if I wanted a receipt, and I originally was going to say no, and then it occurred to me, I was like, oh no, yeah. And she said, you want the total on it? And I said, yeah, it's content. It's all about content. And she really rolled her eyes at me. So if they don't think I'm a lunatic now, when I keep bringing them bins of coins, they will definitely learn that I am a total lunatic. So cast your vote, round 3. If this is if the winning card tonight for this round is high, we've got a guaranteed winner. And if it's low, we've got one, well technically 2, but I just like them to be bigger. So anyway, let's find out. The winning vote, we're down to 10 again. That's all right. We're bouncing back and forth. 1 is the winner, and we're gonna find out if it is high or low. If this is a high card, if this is high, then we've got a guaranteed winner. And Dan is actually looking pretty tasty for this with his cards. The winning card tonight is, oh my, guys, that is guaranteed. I love this. We are not having to do this rollover junk for, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 weeks, because I was getting excited, but you guys already know that. That was just the reveal. So lows over there. So we've got one more, and I'm going to flip this up, mix it all up. I have no idea. I do know that I shut the AC off in here during the stream, and I'm paying the price of talking so long. So we have a high spade. Let me go through round 4 and look at this juicy board. That is what we say a guaranteed winner. Patey's on tonight. Willie's on tonight. Sweet Pea's on tonight. I think Karen is on tonight. Dan, has anybody seen Dan? I'm just saying that there should be some video or something. All right, round 4 vote. So basically, if Dan is on, we're guaranteed at least a $75,000 watch bonus. So there you go. Round 4 vote is live. We've got Patey, who's obviously a ninja winner. Karen's obviously a winner. Sweet Pea is now a winner. Dan and Willie, I don't think either one of those have won, guys. Dan has got 2 play cards. Sweet Pea and Karen have 2 watch cards, and then Willie and Patey are using their free cards to try to win, and we're going to find out. I want to give you guys a little bit more time because it is 50%, and I'm assuming that we still have 10 people voting, and that's why. So I will just end it and then do it one more time. Wait. Oh, sweet. Thank you. Literally, when I close that, hey, Dan, he wants to make sure he gets that bonus. When I closed that poll, it said 50%. And then somebody jumped on and scored number 2. And that broke the tie for me. Number 2 wins with 54%. So we have to find out if it's, wow, Dan. Yeah, dude, you're covered, bruh. Odd and even, doesn't matter. It's really for Patey, Karen, Willie, and Sweet Pea. The winning card tonight is even. Even. Because this is going to be ridiculous. That's odd. That's odd. So, that means that, let me, final, low, even, hold on. Of course, it's at the very bottom. Low, even, now I can't even find it. Oh, high, that's why. High. See, guys, this is hard work. This looks like it's it. High, even, spades. There we go. Willie, Dan, and Sweet Pea, high, even, spades are these guys. And I'm just going to make sure. High, even, spade is, yeah. Willie, Sweet Pea, and Dan. Those are those cards right there. 8, 10, and Queen. Flip them upside down. Mix them all around off the channel, just so nobody thinks that I'm sending any signals. And I'm going to slide 1 under 1 and 1 under 2 and 1 under 3. And that is our final board, guys. This is absolutely bananas. And we will start our final vote. Final vote. And we have a 1, and we have a 2, and we have a 3. And if it works, final vote is live. So as a reminder, if you vote for number 1, that is not a vote for Willie. Number 2 is not a vote for Sweet Pea. Number 3 is not a vote for Dan. I think when I was editing last time, when Sweet Pea won it, it just lucked out and went that way. I have no idea what's under there. All I know is that the number that gets the most votes is the winning card, and the 8 belongs to Willie, the 10 belongs to Sweet Pea, and the queen belongs to Dan. That's what I do know. So let's find out who's going to win match'em number 48. And it looks like number 2 with 41% of the vote. 12 votes. Hey, I like that. Number 2. Oh, hey, good to see you. 12 votes, and number 2 is it. So obviously we leave that. Number 1, I hate to say it, but you are the biggest loser tonight. You do not want your card here. You do not want to see your card. Willie, you don't want an 8. Sweet Pea, you don't want a 10. Dan, you do not want a queen. So unfortunately, the biggest loser tonight and the non-winner of match'em 48 is Dan. I'm sorry. You have been eliminated. And that means that this is... Hey, so a couple things here. Willie, you could also get off the loser board. But it would be absolutely ridiculous if, after all of that time of Sweet Pea not winning, if she can somehow pull off 2 in a row, that would be unbelievable. Unbelievable. She did say that her luck's been improving lately, and I don't know that she envisioned this. I will say that before the stream tonight and earlier today, she was talking big smack about the Solana Showdown. So she's got a little bit of eating a little crow. This could be a big comeback for her. This is the winner of match'em 48. If this is an 8, Willie is a first-time winner. If this is a 10, Sweet Pea goes from like the biggest loser to the luckiest winner ever. Whew. The winning card tonight, match'em 48, guaranteed winner is... Oh, hey, Willie, you did it, bruh. You got on the board. You won match'em 48. I sure hope you have your stinking phone going. Unfortunately, Sweet Pea, yours was over there. So, hey, that's a nice win. I love to see the wealth, the winnings going around. Congratulations to Willie on his win. And awesome. As you know, he's watching, and he knows he's not a rookie anymore, but content is due by Tuesday night at midnight. And if it's video, then I love to send you all that extra juice. So, let's talk about stream share. I decided this again. As you'll notice, I kind of freestyle this whole stream and the whole project. I just kind of try to go with what, if I feel like something's a good fit, then I go with it. And that was me slurping water. I apologize. That was loud. And I also said that I do try to join in the stream shares, and because I'm busy and I also don't type well, I'm going to try it this week, and maybe I'll try it for a couple weeks, and I will commit, and you guys might actually tune out, but here's my plan. I'm gonna respond. I will share my stream share of the previous week. So this week, if you didn't share, you missed your chance at a card. But it was, what is the nastiest smell that you've encountered? Like you had to clean up, or that was like in your business, either, around you. And it was just kind of a fun way to kind of, us share a little bit about ourselves and things like that. And we had quite the wide range. I will say that when Sweet Pea shared the story of the potatoes, the bag of potatoes, she took that one. And that was definitely one on the list. I personally, obviously I didn't type it out, and I just said I really don't like typing, so I can't throw too much shade. But I will say, I don't, maybe it's just me, my PTSD. I don't think she did that experience justice. I don't think she went into enough detail on the amount of liquid that was on the floor, the stench that was literally seeping all over. We had a deposit that we had to try to get back. It was absolutely horrible. I never ever knew that nasty potatoes could liquefy. And I'm just telling you, if you've never experienced it, you are in a good situation because it is horrible. Horrible. But she was kind, and she did share. She left the other one with me. And actually, the reason that I'm kind of in this situation is I didn't know whether my son would jump on and share and try to get his share card with it, because it involves him as well. Really involves everybody in our family. So here's the story. We have, at our old house, we had a basement. We had a deep freeze in the basement. We kept, deer season, if we were fortunate enough to get one. We cut up, we process our own deer with our good, great friends down south, and we haul it back. We load that baby up, and we pull, now we make our own summer sausage, but if the locker did it, or the whatever we have in there, we obviously stick it in the downstairs freezer. No, everybody does. Well, our small town just got hammered with rain several years back. And I mean, it was, when I say hammered, I mean like not just a little water in the basement. It was like 2 feet, 20 inches up. So it was, water heater, our furnace, and our freezer. And then the drain, it kind of finally drained. And obviously I was freaked out. And I like to think that I was just a young new dad, but I was kind of old and I should have known better. So once the water drained out of the basement, I ran downstairs. We checked everything out, and I was obviously concerned about the freezer. I lifted the lid up, and to my surprise and my joy, everything was still frozen. It was, what a blessing. So I shut it and started worrying about the other stuff, and you live your life. And then, if anybody that experienced that shared anything on that stream share with the smelly stuff, it's weird how you, depending on the way the wind blows, something somewhere, and you just don't know if you can find it. And that's what happened with this for quite a while. Because, I mean, we're checking our fridge, we're checking our freezer, and we just, there's nothing. We have dogs. Oh my goodness. Then it occurred. It's coming up from the basement vent. I'm such a doofus. I checked the freezer right after it stinking flooded and burnt up the freezer. So of course the freezer was froze, because it is just stinking burn up. So what happens when you leave a chest freezer full of meat in the basement? I don't even know. Weeks, maybe months. I don't even know how long it took. But rest assured, it was full of rotten meat in the basement, and it had to go up the basement steps. So guess what? You have no option but to open that stinking lid, bend over, and grab every packet of rotten meat and put it in a garbage bag. It was horrible. Horrible. Then we had to carry that freezer up the steps, and the juice is dripping all over. Oh my goodness, everybody. It was absolutely horrible. It just, and the only thing I think it was bad on us, but I posted a picture, there's somebody going through, the scrap guy was going through town and stuff, and posted a picture, and he jumped up and grabbed it and tried to launch that baby up onto his scrap pile by himself, and the juice came out, and oh my goodness, I felt so bad for him. He might have stopped scrapping after that. It was really bad. But yeah, so that's my story, and I'll add a stream share question to our stream share Telegram room. If you share your response in between now and next Monday, you can grab a share card, and I will share my response next Monday night when we get there. I have a few of them going in my head. I think I kind of leaned into this last time. They're not always going to be fun, smelly stories. I may press in a little bit and ask you to maybe share what you think about maybe some more serious stuff. And just as a friendly reminder, it's okay to disagree, right? We're not nasty. You're not going to see everything the way I see it and all that stuff. I just want to remind everybody. And I'm not necessarily saying we'll go there all the time or even this week, but I just want to throw that out there as a reminder that it's okay that we see through different lenses. So, hey, I apologize. It's almost 10 till 10. It's late. I got to pray us out. And I want to do that. I want to just say one last thing. It was a real blessing this week. I made a real stupid mistake. Just silly. Trying to help somebody with their car. And I could have easily just wrecked our car as far as electronics and stuff, and it just I just considered it a real blessing that it didn't happen. It very well could have, and it would have been absolutely my fault, and it didn't happen, and I just want to praise God that didn't happen, and that I didn't have to have that expense. And it's good to come to before God with our requests, but it's also good to just say thank you when he deserves a good thank you. And that's what that is from me to him, saying, yeah, thanks for helping me dodge that bullet, because that really could have been bad. So anyway, let's pray us out, and I'll let you guys have your evening back. Father God, I just come to you right now, and I just thank you again for another evening, another Saturday night that we can join together. And I just pray that, again, that I would represent you well. I pray that this project would represent you well. I pray that it would be a blessing to those in our fellowship that are listening in and tuning in. And I just pray your covering and protection over them and over everybody in this community. And I just pray that this community would be a blessing to them and to everyone that would ever come in contact with it. And I just pray your covering over all of us. I pray for your physical covering, Lord, for those in our group and with family members that have had medical procedures lately and that are dealing with pain. I just pray that you would make yourself known to them, that you would make yourself undeniably known, and that would force them to acknowledge that you are working in their lives. And I just pray your protection over them. I pray that you would help to take their pain away, and that they would feel comfort and get their energy back. I pray for our families. I pray for our relationships, our marriages. I pray that they would be strong and Christ-centered. I pray that we would treat everybody in our spouses and our friends and our family members with patience and love and grace, and that we would represent you well, and that we would honor you with our lives, and that we would just be good examples, Lord. We would be imagers of you. I just pray your protection over all of us. I pray that your protection over Andrea and I as we travel to Tennessee. Bless that visit, and watch over and protect us as we're gone. And just bless this everybody listening and part of this fellowship, Lord. I just thank you so much for their friendship and for their commitment to this crazy project. And I just pray that you would bless them for that as well. I just lift up all these things, Lord. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. All right, everybody. I appreciate you so much. I know it's 51 minutes, and I try not to go that long, but sometimes you just get me jabbing, and that's what you get. Congratulations, Willie. As a recap, Willie won the match'em. Nobody won Solana Showdown. Whoa, Willie's a double winner. Holy cow. I'm glad I didn't commit to this triple winner of a night bonus, because you guys are going to make me dish out the bucks. So, all right, everybody, get on with your night. Thanks for joining me, and we'll catch you next Monday night. See ya. Bye.